What is up, guys? It's your boy No Risk, No Premium, back with another episode of the Market Overview, guys. Today, today you guys can see this big old pennant, bull flag, whatever you want to call this thing. But it was right into our level this morning, right? We knew this area wanted to hold right on the data, went down, touched, and went. So as far as tomorrow is concerned, unless we get underneath 5063, it's really hard to be bearish. Just solely looking at the chart. But first off, let's just check what we have for the economic data tomorrow. Looking over here, you can't really see much going on in the pre-market. It does look like we have global manufacturing, PMI, construction spending, and then some ISM employment data. But we also have the University of Michigan data all at 10 a.m. So the big data, I think, is going to be 30 minutes after the market opens tomorrow. Let's be cognizant that data could drop, pop, liquidity grab, wick, whatever you want to call it. So let's just know that that can happen 30 minutes in for tomorrow. Onto the charts here now, looking at the SPY chart. We can see is I think we're really going to watch this 5091. I think 5091 is going to be the level we want to watch. Now, if we hold that overnight, hold that on the open, I think we make our way up to this 5130 level, which we have as a fib extension. We know from a while back. I think that's going to be the target for tomorrow. Above there, I think 5200. Nice even whole round number is what you can look at for this flag to break out from. I mean, solely just looking at this, you know, flag pull and flag, and then the actual flag. I mean, the flag pull here is 4960. Top of it's 51. It's about 150 points higher. That would take us to about 5200, right? That's how you measure out what the move would be. So 5200 would be a good spot over 5130. Hard to be bearish unless we get underneath 50. I call it 50-50. I think 50-50 will be a good spot to short if we get really, we got to get really weak unless we reject the highs, right? Reject 51.23 to 51.29, 51.30, then absolutely can look at the short trade there. On to NQ, had pretty much the same type of thing, right? Had the same thing working out here. Finally got some candle closes on some higher time frames above the 18,000 level. So for tomorrow, I think 18,000 is going to be the level we're going to want to watch. 18,000 if we stay above that, or if we can squeeze above 18,100, pretty much 18,100, we scream. I think 18,420 would be the price level we want to watch from there. But 18,000 will be the pivot that we trade around tomorrow if we hold it on the open. Get long and strong to the upside. Looking at the SPY chart here now. Let's go to a 4-hour chart. It's just going to look a little bit cleaner. As you can see, pretty much still just trending up. Had I mean, this is tough, guys. You have a red candle, green candle, red candle, green candle, like everything. That's a very tough range to trade in, right? So if you're able to identify that and not get chopped up, then congrats to you. That's very good. Because most people wouldn't. They would just be looking for the continuation trade, the break trade, right? The break trade to the upside or the break trade to the downside. And when in reality, this thing is just moving sideways, absolutely getting you tossed up, basically washed up in a washing machine, right? Just back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Now we're going to be watching 507. We want 507 to hold. We want no lower than 507 or a break of 510 to the upside. Okay. 507, 510, two levels there on SPY. Looking at QQQ now on the 4-hour chart. Look at this perfect pullback into the daily gap. Guys, remember the gap right here on this daily chart? It is massive, and we pulled right back into it and bounced right back up. Have volume to confirm. Hard for me to be fucking bearish, like I just said, guys. Everybody and their mother on Twitter is thinking Apple under 180, blah, 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 blah. Guys, just play the chart, play what's in front of you, block all the goddamn noise out, and just play what's happening right in front of you. We are professional reactors. We're not predictors. We don't predict what things do. That's how you get literally your butthole torn open. Okay. If you start predicting, just react. We like a lot of times I had someone tell me a lot of times the market tells you where it's going to go by telling you where it's not going to go. So if we could see where we're holding 504, 433, it's telling us it wants to go up, right? But we have to figure out that it's not going to go down before we know it's going to go up, right? That's kind of that analogy that you could see there. But very nice bull fag playing out here. 440. I mean, 440 is going to be our low. I mean, excuse me, 439. 439 is going to be our level. Really could be 440 on these wicks to the upside here, but you could take a sneaky entry 430 if we break and hold that to the upside. Great. Can look at 436, 433 here on QQQ as supports. Can't tough to be bearish unless we're under 433. Look for that gap fill 430, 430. Excuse me, 426 last, but definitely not least IWM. Anything above that 205, big supply up there. We know that, right? Because we just zoom out and we look left. We can see, look how much supply is up here. So anytime you get your head poked over that 205, 206, sellers definitely step in. But let's go to the daily chart here now. We can see we're kind of starting to trend back up here. So watch, and let's just play the break over 205. Well, 206. So let's play the break over 206 is today's high. If we can get up above 206, that would be great. Look for that rip higher. If not, we don't really want to get below 203. We'd like to stay above this 203, 201.50 at the most. Okay, I'm going to take actually this out of there because I believe that gap is actually filled, and it is definitely filled. Okay, great. So you guys can see, yeah, we don't want any lower than 201.50. I'm going to take this 200 level out of here because I don't like it. Okay, but over 206. Got to get over 206. We get over 206, 209, 212 to the upside, guys. That's all I got for you. As usual, you got to wake up early, get your levels right, and of course, not do anything fucking stupid. See you bright and early. Peace.